Imagine for a moment, what if the most colorful inhabitants of tropical forests, creatures that amaze humans with their intelligence, can mimic human voices, and are vital engineers of ecosystems, disappeared overnight? What if this loss led not just to the disappearance of colors, but to the collapse of entire tropical forests, the extinction of thousands of plant species, and the disruption of global climate balance? Today, we're discovering the incredible chain reaction that would be created by the erasure of parrots from the world and the critical roles most of us never even realize they play. Get ready, because parrots are far more important than you think. Now we continue our documentary with extinct species today. Citizines, the parrot family, one of the world's most colorful, intelligent, and charismatic bird families. Currently, approximately 400 different parrot species live on the planet, most of them found in tropical and subtropical regions. From South America's giant macaws to Africa's talkative gray parrots, from Australia's colorful cockatoos to the Amazon's small budgerigars, parrots display incredible diversity. But parrots are not just colorful birds to us. They are the architects of their ecosystems, the seed dispersers of forests, natural engineers fighting climate change, and indispensable parts of human culture. Moreover, parrots are among the most intelligent animals outside of primates. Some species have the cognitive abilities of a 5-year-old child, can solve problems, use tools, and even understand abstract concepts. So what if you woke up one day and all parrots had disappeared? Not just pet parrots, but wild parrots, the entire citizens order. Does this scenario seem impossible? Actually, no. Parrots are currently one of the most threatened bird groups. Habitat loss, illegal pet trade, climate change. Many parrot species face the threat of extinction. And if these species disappear, the consequences won't just be about losing them. A chain catastrophe begins. Let's examine this possibility in detail and discover just how critical parrots really are. Parrots are among the most important seed dispersers of tropical forests. With their powerful beaks, they can crack hard-shelled fruits, nuts, and seeds. Very few birds have this ability. As parrots eat these seeds, they drop some and carry others to distant locations, spreading them through their droppings. In the Amazon rainforest, Brazil nut trees are almost completely dependent on parrots. The seeds of these trees have such hard shells that only macaws' powerful beaks can open them. Without parrots, these seeds don't germinate, trees can't regenerate, and over time these species disappear. So why are Brazil nut trees important? Because these trees are carbon storage giants. A mature Brazil nut tree absorbs tons of carbon dioxide annually. Additionally, these trees provide habitat for hundreds of other species: insects, birds, mammals, reptiles. A Brazil nut tree is itself a mini ecosystem. Without parrots, not just Brazil nut trees, but hundreds of other plant species also lose seed dispersal. Tropical forests cannot regenerate. They age and eventually collapse. Plant diversity decreases, forest structure deteriorates, food and shelter sources for other animals disappear. This applies not only in the Amazon, but also in Africa's Congo Basin, Southeast Asia's rainforests, and Australia's northeastern forests. Everywhere, parrots are the cornerstones of forest health. Tropical forests are the planet's lungs. They provide a large portion of the world's oxygen production and absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The Amazon rainforest alone holds 2 billion tons of carbon dioxide annually. Thanks to parrots' seed dispersal, forests regenerate and grow. New trees store more carbon. Forest density increases, climate regulation capacity strengthens. Parrots indirectly play a critical role in fighting climate change. Without parrots, forests cannot regenerate. Aging trees die, but no new ones replace them. The forest slowly transforms into savanna or desert. This forest degradation reduces carbon storage capacity. Atmospheric carbon dioxide levels increase. Climate change accelerates. Research shows that the loss of large seed dispersers can reduce forest carbon storage capacity by up to 30%. This means billions of tons of extra carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere. The extinction of parrots significantly worsens the climate crisis. Parrots affect not just plants, but the entire ecosystem. Trees grown from seeds dispersed by parrots host hundreds of species. Insects, spiders, lizards, snakes, monkeys, sloths, jaguars, all depend on this forest structure. When parrots disappear, trees decrease, forest degradation begins, habitats shrink. Other species lose their living spaces. Food chains are disrupted. Chain extinctions begin. Endemic species are especially at great risk. Many insects, plants, and small mammals depend only on specific regions, specific forest types. When these microhabitats protected by parrot seed dispersal disappear, these endemic species also disappear. Each extinction reduces genetic diversity and makes the ecosystem more fragile. Millions of people living in tropical regions depend on forest resources. Fruit, nuts, medicinal plants, timber, forests are sources of livelihood. Thanks to parrots' seed dispersal, these resources regenerate. For example, Brazil nut harvesting is an important income source for indigenous peoples and traditional communities in the Amazon region. These nuts are sold in international markets. However, Brazil nut trees depend on parrots. Without parrots, new trees don't grow, existing trees age, nut production declines, communities lose their livelihoods. Additionally, ecotourism is an important income source for many countries. Birdwatchers come from all over the world specifically to see colorful and rare parrots. Costa Rica, Ecuador, Peru, Indonesia, Australia. In all these countries, parrot tourism generates millions of dollars in revenue. If parrots disappear, this tourism collapses, local economies suffer. Parrots have been part of human culture for thousands of years. Amazon indigenous peoples use parrot feathers in ceremonial costumes. Australian Aborigines view cockatoos as spiritual symbols. In ancient Greece and Rome, parrots were indicators of wealth and status. In modern culture, parrots symbolize intelligence, freedom, and exoticism. In literature, film, and art, parrots frequently appear. The pirate parrot image is an icon of pop culture. Pet parrots are companions to millions of people. Parrots can live 40 to 80 years. Some species share most of a human lifetime. The bond formed with parrots is very deep and emotional. Parrots are not just pets, they are family members. An African gray parrot can learn up to 2,000 words and form meaningful sentences. These aren't just imitations. Parrots understand context, make requests, joke. This cognitive ability makes parrots unique companions. The sudden loss of parrots would create devastating grief for pet parrot owners. Cultural and artistic references would lose meaning. Future generations wouldn't fully understand parrots' place in human history. Parrots play a critical role in animal intelligence and cognition research. The famous African gray parrot Alex was studied for 30 years and discovered to have the most advanced cognitive abilities outside of primates. Alex understood colors, shapes, numbers, grasped categories, and even knew the concept of zero. Parrot research provides valuable information on language development, problem-solving, social learning, and even consciousness. The absence of parrots halts these research areas. Our chance to understand the evolution of intelligence decreases. Additionally, parrots' longevity and low cancer rates are important for aging research. Why do parrots live so long? What genetic mechanisms prevent cancer development? These questions could be critical for human health. If parrots disappear, we'll never find these answers. Some parrot species, especially cockatoos, play a role in insect and pest control. They peel tree bark and consume the larvae and insects inside. This protects trees from pests and contributes to forest health. Without parrots, some insect populations could multiply uncontrollably. Trees become more exposed to diseases and pests. Forest health deteriorates further. This accelerates the forest degradation cycle. Additionally, parrots are carriers of some zoonotic diseases, but also control them. In ecological balance, the presence of parrots keeps disease spread at a certain level. Disruption of balance can create unpredictable health risks. Parrots began evolving 50 to 60 million years ago. This long evolutionary process created incredible diversity and adaptation. Each parrot species carries unique genetic information, unique evolutionary answers to life's challenges. When parrots disappear, this genetic information is lost forever. Evolutionary memory is erased. In the future, genetic solutions that could adapt to changing environmental conditions slip from our hands. As biodiversity decreases, life's resilience and flexibility weaken. Can other species take over parrots' seed dispersal role? Partially. Some monkeys, bats, and other birds also disperse seeds. However, parrots' unique ability, opening hard-shelled seeds, is rare. Without parrots, certain plant species will almost certainly go extinct. Is human intervention possible? Theoretically, yes. Seed collection, nursery cultivation, and replanting programs can be done. However, this is incredibly labor-intensive, costly, and limited in scale. Regenerating vast forests like the Amazon with human power is practically impossible. Fortunately, it's not too late yet. Many parrot species are threatened, but conservation efforts continue. Habitat protection is the most effective method. Protecting forests saves not just parrots but the entire ecosystem. Fighting illegal pet trade is critical. Every year, tens of thousands of parrots are captured from the wild and sold. This trade is decimating populations. Strict laws, international cooperation, and public awareness are necessary. Breeding programs can save some species. Endangered parrots are bred in captivity and released into the wild. These programs can be successful but are expensive and long-term. Community participation is essential. Local people must be included in conservation. Economic alternatives must be created for them. Ecotourism, sustainable product collection, employment, and protected areas. If communities see benefits, conservation succeeds. Parrots are nature's miracle. Their colors, intelligence, personality. They're not just birds, they're unique individuals. Each parrot species is the result of millions of years of evolution. Losing them is not just an aesthetic loss, but a functional, ecological, and existential loss. The story of parrots teaches us this. Every species matters. Even a seemingly insignificant bird can play a critical role in the ecosystem. Nature is a tapestry, and when each thread is pulled, the structure weakens. Protecting parrots means protecting forests. Protecting forests means protecting the climate. Protecting the climate means protecting our future. Everything is connected, and parrots are the symbol of this connection. Citizens, the parrot family, colorful architects of tropical forests, intelligence marvels, nature's engineers. They're not just beautiful birds, they're guardians of our planet's health. The extinction of parrots would create a chain catastrophe. Forests collapse, the climate crisis deepens, thousands of species disappear, and millions of people are affected. But it's not too late yet. Parrots are still here, still seeding forests, still talking to us, still giving us hope. Protecting them is in our hands. And by protecting them, we're actually protecting ourselves too. What do you think would be the greatest loss if parrots disappeared? Their colorful worlds, or their critical roles in ecosystems? If you have a pet parrot, what has your relationship with it taught you? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. In future episodes, we'll discover how the loss of other species would change our world. Until we meet in the next episode of Extinct Species Today, protect the colors, protect the forests.